cars and the super trucks. But some great racing we've had week after week from them. So it should be an interesting one to watch at Red River Coop Speedway. Thank you for joining us on our live feed tonight. I know we had some technical difficulties. We have now opened up the feed for anybody to watch, so we apologize for that. But we are now ready to go super truck racing here at Red River Co-op Speedway. A total, like I said, 9 cars. Let's go through the lineup as we look at each one of the cars. Starting up on the pole, driving the number 13. He had the pole spot in the heat race. That's Derek Pollock. Followed by the number 5 car of Jamie Vernos. He is in second spot. Row 2 has the 11 JR of Shane Holden. On his outside, driving the 18, it's Dustin Enns. In row 3, it's the 2 of Rod Fiddler, and on his outside, it's the 73P of Rennie Paluco. Row 4 has the 46 of Kevin Gronheid and the 67 of Mark Zondag. And in row 5, the 9th spot, all by himself, driving the number 4, it's Wayne Grosky. So just to give you an idea how this truck class has gone here this year for the super trucks, we've had a total, I do believe, of 3 winners. I think they've had 4, maybe 5 races here at the track. Jamie Vernos has won a majority of them with the number 2 truck. Now, one week he did have off. Rod Fiddler drove that number 2 truck. He ends up winning. The only other person that has not won outside of that number 2 truck, it's the number 18 of Dustin Enns, and you can see him there on your screen, the Enns brothers truck. He has been pretty good to watch this year. A very warm night here in Winnipeg. If you've never been down to Red River Co-op Speedway, just 5 minutes south of the city, right beside St. Adolphe, Manitoba. Like I said, we apologize if you were trying to watch our live stream before. We are going to reimburse anybody that did pay for it that did not get to watch the heat races. Unfortunately, some technical difficulties that did occur. We could not stop that from happening. But we are back in action right now. "24 degrees right now here in Winnipeg. It was a lot hotter today. It was around 29 degrees at one point. Of course, with the humidity and everything, it feels a little bit hotter than that. But it is quite warm here. 61 degrees is the humidity. Wind is from the south tonight at 16 kilometers per hour. Eric, how big of a factor does heat play when you're racing?
Well, when you're running a gas engine class like this one here, taking the green, as they're all bunched up off of turn 4, engines overheating can be an issue. So that's always in the back of your mind. As Vernos makes a move through the middle to edge out to the lead, but he's not alone.
Jamie Vernos currently up front driving that number 5 truck.
Wow, and he clears him.
Pollock driving the 13, he's in second, followed by Dustin Enns in that 18.
Oh, and he loses it. Oh boy.
Does he turn it around, or he's gonna wait for the caution?
He probably stalled it on that one. That's, oh boy.
Yellow flag on that one.
Yeah, Vernos not too familiar with that car, and he was trying to throw it in real hot and hard up top. That slick spot I was talking about earlier. It's tricky, this track. I can see from up here but you wouldn't be able to see as easily from the race seat that there's strips of traction here and there, and then there's other strips where it is just slick. So
let's take a look at that one again. What happened to Jamie Vernos on turns 1 and 2. Vernos, as you can see, in the lead as he's going around.
And right there is when he could not save it anymore.
Yeah. Couldn't right the ship, eh?
Yeah, he turned in aggressively, and then the back end was not there to catch him. Well, now we will see a very interesting race.
Well, he's at the back of the pack now, right?
Yeah.
So if he can find his way all back to the front,
now
kudos to him.
Probably not anyone happier, not to be happy with someone else's misfortune, but I'm sure that Dustin Enns is very excited at this opportunity because he has been one of the best trucks out here every week this year. And to have the opportunity now to go racing with Derek Pollock, this is his first night in that car, it will be very, very interesting. Good opportunity for him here to get out front and lead some laps.
Do you miss driving a truck?
I miss winning. I like the trucks, but you know, I had a lot of fun racing trucks and running up front and good racing with my brother. But
Eric Keogh, Ken Plating here in the broadcast booth, and Dustin Enns feeling a little pressure on the side and behind him.
He's going to try the bottom in 3-4. We'll see if it sticks. It's looking like the right move so far.
Derek Pollock is now back to second spot, not by much though.
He's fighting back on the top. We'll see what they can do in 1 and 2.
And the number 2 truck, driven tonight by Rod Fiddler, is in third spot. Fiddler started the race in 5th. He's moved up 1 or 2.
Renaus making a move on the 0-4 of Grosky, trying to get back up towards the front.
And Dustin Enns now, comfortable lead out in front. Enns goes high, and that number 2 truck, driven by Fiddler tonight, is making a push for the third spot. The 11 JR, interesting to note, he's been great to watch when he was in a street stock. Come from behind, win a race. He's actually proving himself pretty capable of a driver in this 11 JR in his first full season in it.
Yeah, he's having a good race with Mr. Excitement himself.
Oh, he's spinning out. Oh. Spoke too soon.
He did. That's unfortunate.
I may have put a curse on him. And he is stuck at the bottom of the track. We're going to see a yellow flag on this one.
Not what Dustin Enns wanted to see, I'm sure. He had that thing, it was humming out front like a John Deere. It was pulling, but.
Like a John Deere.
He's sponsored by Enns Brothers, you know. Figured I'd help him out a little bit. Running like a deer.
Running like a deer is right.
We'll take a look at the replay here of what happened.
So as he's moving into the corner there, you could see him in same spot as the number 5 truck did. Just couldn't get it.
5 hard on the binders to not get into him.
That was close.
That was very close. I'm sure it looked closer from Jamie Renaus' point of view too.
So this race, of course, looking very different by the second. Dustin Enns, currently your leader, has 1 feature win here at the Speedway. Not far behind him is the 13 truck and that number 2 truck, driven tonight by Rod Fiddler. Fiddler, of course, also has a win here at the track. But that 2 truck, with plenty of wins under its belt this year and last year, looking for another one tonight.
Well, we'll see what Enns can do up front here on this restart. He's a really good guy, you know, second generation racer. His dad didn't race dirt here, but his dad was a snowmobile racer for a long time, the championship winning cross-country snowmobiler, actually.
So it's in the blood.
It's in the blood. Got a nice pace, coming around 4.
So they're getting ready to go here. And there's some pressure early on by that 2 truck. Fiddler goes to the inside. Enns tries to hold him off. He does. And they file back into position. That 2 truck, look at the turn 3. What a great move.
Ooh, but Enns staying up high. Looks like the right choice.
So it looks like there's more traction up high on that track going into turns 3 and 4.
Not much in 1 and 2.
Nope.
And 1. Off of 2, it's not bad up high, but here comes Enns back, fighting on the bottom. Giving him a little bit of a bump just to let him know he's there.
And what's great to watch is there's a good race as well for 3 and 4 between Pollock, Bernos, and Rennie Paluco driving Ginger. Every week I told him I'm going to say it.
The number 5 spins out again.
Oh boy.
but he keeps it going.
I just had mentioned his name again, and once again another vehicle has some problems. So
Yeah,
maybe I won't say anything
We
from
should
this one.
refer to him as Mr. Excitement from now on, I think.
Mr. Excitement, Randy Paluco, currently sitting in third spot. The race is up front though, 1 and 2. Enns brothers.
Enns got back out front. When did that happen? I missed that one.
We're too busy watching what happened
I
to
think so.
Vernos.
Look at him go. Putting it hard into the bottom of 1. That's the preferred line right now. Still good moisture down there, giving him lots of side bite.
We've got 7 laps to go. It runs down like this. It's Enns, followed by Fiddler, followed by Paluco, followed by Pollock. Broski's in 5th. Then it's the 11 JR Holden. Zondags in 6th. And the 46 is at the back. That's Kronheim. And, oh, he just got lapped. Passed, I should say, by the number 5 of Jamie Vernos. Trucks now kind of spacing themselves out. The 18, still your leader. Looking for feature win number 2 of the season here at the Speedway.
He came in tonight just 9 points out of the lead, so he's looking to eat into that a little bit.
The number 2 truck, hot on his heels. But that's spacing out quick. Big gap between 1st and 3rd, as Paluco is sitting in that spot. And at least a good 7 or 8 car lengths behind him is the 13 of Pollock, who's filling in tonight on a truck. He normally drives a pure stock, and he's going to split the season with his daughter.
Some action coming off of turn 4 here. It looks like the 04 took a piece off of Holden. And Holden is not holding back his opinion of the 04.
That's the 4 of Grosky, the 11 JR of Holden. Our leader has 2 laps to go in this race. Dustin Enns, you can see him there on your screen. Doing quite well.
Pulled out a nice lead. We have 2 laps to go, or he's getting the white for this time by. He can just stroke it home from there.
Dustin Enns, your leader. As long as he doesn't have any problem from this point on, he should have a pretty comfortable sail into the victory circle.
Oh, the 5 slows on the inside.
Another problem with that 5 truck tonight. And your leader and your winner, Dustin Enns, with the victory. His 2nd feature win, and it's a checkered yellow in this one as that 5 truck hits the front infield.
He did a lot of things tonight, that 5 truck.
Gave us a lot to talk about.
Yeah, definitely. A very good win from the number 18. Fighting hard, getting out to the lead, and then losing it, and fighting back. He did not say die at that point.
Dustin Enns, your winner of this race. 15 laps, 21.481 seconds, a pretty decent time in that truck. Ends up getting the victory. Started this race back in 4th spot, moved his way all up to 1st, and held on for his 2nd feature win. We'll be talking to him in just a few moments. For 2nd spot, though, man, it was a good race for Rod Fiddler. Started back in 5th, moved his way all the way up to 2nd, so another great race for him as well.
Actually had the quick time of the race, too, so just wasn't quite able to string it together like Dustin was.
Randy Paluco finishing up in 3rd, Derek Pollock in 4th, and Shane Holden ends up with a 5th place finish here tonight. Dustin Enns, a very nice gentleman, great guy to talk to. I've had the pleasure of talking to him a few times here for some interviews and stuff. And he's just a fabulous guy to talk to, really loves racing, and nice to see him here tonight in the winner's circle.
He brings a bunch of sponsors out from the Oak Bluff area. He's got Magic Man, Paint and Repair, and Enns Brothers. He's glad to have those guys on board.
So he's catching up a little bit in the point race here with that number 2 truck.
Shoot into that point lead a little bit tonight. If he does that a few more times, he'll be up on top of those standings before he knows it.
Let's go to our winner.
You held on, did a nice job.
Thank you. Hey, thanks.
Tell us a little bit about that race.
That was fun. Thanks to my mechanic Jeff for making the right changes to the truck, but track was a lot different. It was a lot of fun though.
All right, anybody you'd like to thank real quick?
I'd like to thank Enz Brothers, Patura, Antu, Magic Man, GTS, GLP, Okanor, CRC, Triton, my dad Bob, just everybody who helps.
All right, how about it for your super truck winner, Dustin Enz in the 18. Tanya Swanson from your Prairie Dodge retailers down here in Victory Lane to present the trophy to Dustin Enz. And we're going to take a second out. Dustin is going to draw the 50-50.
All right, thank you so much, Darren and Dustin. Great race for you tonight and a big victory down